different form of protection considering magical symbols, signs, such as runes in paintings or other drawings. Also using my paintings, some of you get my paintings, and some of you paint your own drawings or mandalas even. So here I will be telling a little bit of helpful, hopefully remedial tips, what to pay attention to and how to even choose, because considering the questions is like, is it this protection or that protection? So just to make it clear, every rune, every symbol is both. It's always a protection, which is called an amulet, and at the same time it can also serve you as talisman. So talisman, it draws to you something like a luck, prosperity, anything you want to, depending on what you are using, choosing, and depending on your intention that you are sending out, what you send out, right? So the law of attraction works here too. Also when you work with runes. And amulet is a protection from. So I'm going to give you a little bit, just a little bit ideas considering different form of protection and what to pay attention to when you're choosing your painting or you are doing it yourself. Some of you, if you get my booklet about runes, when you have absolutely basic information about runes, if you don't and you don't like to read, for example, this is not to read, this is just very short description of each and every rune. But if you do not like to have the book, you can also go to my playlist and I pay attention. I give a lot of attention to every rune with the activation, with the drawing, with the sending, and casting the rune mentally as well. So you will find all these information there. However, if you did get it and for some reason you don't have that table in the booklet, sometimes in some of the portals it got lost, please write me about it, that you got the book, you bought it, and I will send you PDF format of that particular whatever you got, Mobi or ebook. In whatever country you are, I can send you that through email. So let me know about it, and you will get it. It's going to be easier for you to, of course, differentiate, because every rune is amulet and a talisman depending for whom and depending on how you want to use it. So that's for starters. Now I will show you different ideas how they can work. So for example, and I'm not going to show you all of them because I would have to take off from my wall something like 50 different paintings at the moment. So I'm just going to give you an idea. And for example, this one is harmony in everyday life. But how it really works, it gives you stability on every side, in every direction in your life. The cross is beyond any of the religion. It's not about that. And the crosses usually are blocking the negativity that maybe is sent towards your direction, or just, sometimes the field of energy builds up and you just enter unwanted situation in your life. So this one is supposed to work on your psyche when you have it home, or you can paint it yourself. Or you can, of course, and I invite you to it, if you like this one. This one is already in my store on my website, joannapilatowicz.com. And when you have a store there on the English side, it will direct you to the same store, which is mostly in Polish, but I assure you the description is also in English. So you will know exactly what painting is for what. The one room doesn't create a summertime and happiness. It is also connected with the specific intention. It can be bindrune, and it's also, when you get it, how you are going to activate it in your home, where you're gonna print it. You can get online digital art of it, so you can print it how many times you like. It can be small in your pocket, in your bag. It can be also, sorry, I just spoke too much today. Also on your wall. The pixels are very, very high, very big size of that. So you can also choose. This one is 40-50, but this is my Canva. And canvas are not for sale at this moment, but it's pretty small. But probably you can print it even bigger than that if you want to. So this one is to, you know, harmonize in your everyday life, and you block it by the cross, something that is coming negatively in your life. You can also see that there is an ink. So this blue shape, it's an ink rune at the same time. It's very protective, and it's also very very safe in using it. Also with another one, you have the 3 of them, so you have like 3 times ink plus algae. So for example, if I would put turizas here, those torrents, that would probably not be healthy for most of the people, because it would block their connection with the world. So basically, if you overuse it, some sort of power you do not understand, it can have an opposite effect. So basically you protect yourself, but also nobody calls you and nobody wants to hang out with you anymore, because the torrents are sending some sort of energy over the aggression. It's a little bit protection by a thunder. So people may feel uncomfortable to reach out to you. So I suggest, if you paint it yourself, to have more like an ink, because that's like instinctively protection in all the directions. So that's how you can use, for example, ink. I don't have sometimes the canvas, and this one you cannot find on my website, because this painting was not having a picture yet, does not have a picture yet. And sometimes if I have these extra colors, I create on the paper something that I am pretty proud of how this one came out, because, you know, sometimes I do not let go of the rune. Sometimes I spent really years on improving a certain Canva, because it's not vivid, it's not alive for me enough. So it doesn't have, for me, until it has the soul in my feeling, in my opinion, in my feeling of it, I do not let it go. So this one came out pretty good. So this is dagas, and dagas is also protection by, I would say, camouflage, because you can switch between light and darkness. It's the dawn, it's coming in between, it's going into portals, into other dimensions. So you can also hide pretty well, but also you can emanate light, and you can switch between the forms. But it's just my intention. For example, this one I painted actually long years before it came out to this form. And again, you have a safe form of ink, double ink, so here. And this is all for female power. So everybody who is developing, integrating within themselves female power, that is also meaning that is a certain stability in maybe insecure world, when a lot of things are happening, and planet Earth is only one little piece of the whole universe. So that's another one. So it's a protection for stability. Rune ink, of course, is responsible for so many things on every level, just like every rune. And I'm not going to describe now every rune, but you can find it in my playlist about runes. Everything is there. When I describe every rune, part of it is drawn from the ancient knowledge. So there is something, this is not my knowledge, this was always there. And part of that is also what I experienced by painting. Some of you are not into runes, and that's totally fine. Some of you had this particular feeling, connection to runes, and are easily to use it. So please do follow yourself here. Long time ago, when I was reading one of those great little books about runes and found somewhere, I had the dream about this old man with white hair, and he didn't have an eye. I had no idea it was Odin, but of course after I read that book, I kind of had this connotation, and he was peacefully looking at me. So I am familiar with runes also through direct working with them and getting to know them, but it's a longer process. It's not exactly that I know, oh, this is for this, that's gonna work for certain situations. Sometimes it takes a moment to listen to the rune and the energy of it and go in a little bit deeper what the rune wants to teach me about the current situation. So it takes a little bit like an internal work and intuitive connection with the symbol. And please do remember that runes are not bad or not good. They can be both. In a history, we already know many people use them just for their own egoistic needs. So yes, you have to be careful how you use particular rune, and especially with this one, that's the last one I will show you today, sending negative harmful attacks to your enemy. Be very, very careful with that one, or rather I say conscious with this one. This is bindrune, Vikings bindrune. I painted it exactly, the symbol is exactly painted as they did. And here you have to be careful, because if you do send randomly negative energy or harmful energy or hate towards someone that you think sent you something but didn't, you create a lot of problems for yourself. It's negative karma, and not karma in the sense of religion, but just consequence. What you sent out, you get back, and so on. So it's as simple as that. So if you do not follow your personal gaining of power by integrating different sub-personalities within yourself, probably working with runes, it's not the best idea, because you can create a lot more conflicts and abuse that great energy that supposed to be treated also with respect and understanding, and also patience and listening to it. So yes, please, if you find that one in my store, if you want to use it, be careful about that, and rather leave it for the higher instance. What exactly should be sent and to whom? For the safety, you can always send the negative energy to the source of the universe, so it can neutralize it for you. Anytime you send hate, you are actually harming yourself. We are all connected in this. So we have the memory of everything, particularly through our DNA, through this is not a new thing, this is not a new knowledge. So we are one, we are connected. So everybody, even a potential enemy, is your mirror. So I rather, unless it's really something you checked and you verify, I rather would focus on neutralizing energy and not to send back and hit, because it is very, very likely you are hitting back yourself. What if that is part of your subconscious mind that hates you because you never listen to it, and it causes you problems? And if you're not careful, if you're not conscious, you are sending harmful energy to yourself, just so you know. So this is it for today. I hope this is helpful when you work with runes, when you work with protection, amulets, and what is what. For more information, please go to my playlist or get this little booklet where is absolutely the basics. Also connected with colors, activation time. There are 2 times given there. and table. What is amulet? For home. What is the talisman? For home. How it may work. Yes, for the conscious people, I invite you to work with runes. They have a lot of knowledge. They have a lot of things to teach us, and to listen to them and use them in a constructive ways. And of course, in my store, if you see sometimes Polish language, don't worry about it. It's still functioning. You can still get the digital art and the booklets if you just click it, and it's always in English language, the checkout, usually by PayPal. If you have any problems, please contact me to joanna.pilatowicz@gmail.com, and I will assist. I will do my best to help you with it, or you will directly get a painting, digital art from me, or the booklet or the book you would like to have. And of course, I warmly invite you to my Oracle series. And now the whole series is already out there. So I hope you have a wonderful and inspiring reading. Thank you very much for all the questions you gave to me. And I still, if I may suggest, please take them also under the video in the comment section, because sometimes it's really cool if some other people can read it. Although I so much appreciate your questions and your emails from you. Thank you very, very much. Till the next time.